Good morning, students. This is my second video, and you know that we are going to continue our topic algebra. And in my previous video, I explained you few things: what is variable, what is coefficient, what is index, uh, what are like terms, unlike terms, expression, and equation. So these few things I explained you in my last video. Now today we are going to learn about next very basic thing in algebra, and that is like adding the terms, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and division of the terms. How do we add, how do we multiply, how do we divide, how do we subtract? And you know, these two things come in this category. Like when we find the sum of the terms, then you can add them, you can maybe there is subtraction also involved, so you have to do these two processes when you are finding the sum. So but like mostly it is taken as adding the terms, but like if we learn it in uh, like properly, so then it is basically adding and subtracting, and which comes in this category sum. And then multiply, and mostly or usually we call it a product of two terms, and division is division. So let's start. Question is, find the sum of the following expressions. For example, expression is 3x plus 5y plus 10x minus 2y. The very basic thing which you are going to do first of all is that you have to add or you have to simply combine the like terms. So first of all, combine the like terms. Like solution, we are going to combine the like terms. You know, I told you in my last video that terms they are like or unlike. This thing depends on the variables. So you know, this is x, this is also x, so these two terms are like terms, and we will combine them, and we will write them as 3x plus 10x. Now there is no other term which is with x, so these were two like terms we have combined. Now this is 5y and this is minus 2y. We will combine them now. This is basically positive 5y. So we will write down plus 5y minus 2y. So I hope so that most of you already know this, and this is very simple thing. But few students, what mistake they do, like they consider they don't understand that which sign is assigned to which term. Like for example, if this is negative sign, so they get confused that it is with 10x or it is with 2y. So always remember that sign is always, like for example, it is 2y, so 2y is having this side which is its right side, right hand side, and this side is left hand side, and its sign will always be on its left side. Its sign is always be on its left side. So that's why this is negative 2y. So similarly 5y is having a sign positive because it is to the left side of it. It is not because of this plus sign, it is because it is having sign to its left side which is positive. And in the same way, this first term is positive because you know that if there is no sign given with the first term, then it is understood that it is positive term. So that's why its sign is this. We are not considering this sign with 3x left hand, the sign which is on its left hand side, that we are going to consider, and that is left positive sign, and we don't write it. It is understood that if there is no sign assigned to the first term, then it is positive sign. So keep that in mind. Now it's very simple to add. So we simply add these numbers. This is 3, this is 10. We add them and it becomes 13x. So we have added these together, and now it is 5y and it is 2y, and you know the sign of 2 is negative, so here we are supposed to subtract. So we will subtract it. So 5 minus 2 is 3. It is 5 minus 2, and 5 is positive, 2 is negative, it is equal to 3. And we always assign the sign of the greater number, the sign of the bigger number. So 5 you know is bigger than 2, so its sign is positive, that's why it's positive 3. So we will write here positive 3y. So now this is 13x, this is positive 3y. There is sign of addition between them, but you know that these if I ask you these are like terms or unlike terms, so what will be your answer? So quickly you will check their variables. This is x, this is y. Unlike, they are not same, so we cannot add unlike terms and we cannot subtract unlike terms. I am talking only about two signs, addition and subtraction. So we can apply these two signs, or we can add or subtract only like terms, and you should know which terms are called like terms. The terms which are having the same variables, not the same numbers. Numbers may vary. You know, here we have 3, it is 10. Numbers are not same, but the variable is x. This is x, this is x. That's why we call them like terms. I hope so that concept of sum is clear now. Like you know what we are supposed to do in the question if we are supposed to find the sum. Like it can have only all positive terms, and maybe there is a negative term involved, so you have to do according to the signs of the terms which are given. And before you do anything, you have to combine the like terms. After combining them, you have to then, according to the given signs, if it is addition, you add. If it is negative sign, minus sign, you subtract. So I hope so that the concept of that how do we sum up the terms in an expression is clear. Now the next is like when we multiply the expressions. So how do we multiply the expressions? This you need to be very much focused, and you need to concentrate on my words as well as on question. Multiply. Product means we are going to multiply the terms. And look, now you have to remember, you have to memorize this thing which I am telling you, that only and only addition and subtraction depend depends on uh, uh, like terms or unlike terms. Okay, so or in other words, we can say that we when we are adding the terms or we are subtracting the terms, then we only then we take care of that the terms are like or unlike. And like and unlike terms concept is only, you can say it only belongs to addition and subtraction. When we are solving any question and find the product of the expression of the terms, then it doesn't depend on that the terms are like or unlike, we can multiply them. Okay, so I hope so this thing is clear, that the product doesn't depend on that the terms are like, whether the terms are like or unlike. So now I give you the examples. Find the product of the following expressions. For example, the first expression is multiply 5x and 5x, product of 5x and multiply by 3x. Suppose we are multiplying 5x by 3x. Acha, before we go further, I want to tell you a very important thing, that in algebra, you know that I was, while I was writing it, I was bit slow in writing it because I was thinking about something. The thing which you need to know is, and that is very important, in arithmetic, you know, when the numbers are multiplied, we always write in them multiply sign. If 2 multiply by 3, then it is written like this: 2 times 3 and is equal to 6, or 3 times 2 is also equal to 6. But you know that if we just write it like 2 and 3 without multiply sign between them, then this is no more, these are no more multiplying with each other. It is a specific number, that is 23. It has its own value in arithmetic. But in algebra, if x and y, now in algebra, if x and y are two variables and they are multiplying with each other, we can write them as x multiplied by y, or x dot y, or simply xy. And you know, this expression or this form of writing the product is very usual. We usually write product in this way. We don't use dot sign, we don't use cross sign, we simply write xy and it means it is a product. But in arithmetic you can't ignore the sign. If you have to show that 2 and 3 are multiplying, then you have to put multiply sign, otherwise this is 23. And if we talk about this is xy. If we put multiply sign, if we put dot sign, if we don't put any sign between them, then it means it's a product. And product means that x and y are both multiplying with each other. Now come back to the question. When you multiply 5x by 3x, it can be written as in brackets 5x into 3x. No multiply sign is required. Like this can also be written as x and y, and it is a product. always remember when you multiply, then the first thing which we multiply is the sign. The first thing which we multiply is the sign. Signs. We multiply their signs first of all. And if you will follow this in order, then you will never do a mistake. You will never do a mistake. So first of all multiply the signs, then multiply the numbers or in other words coefficients. And then you multiply the variables. So don't think that we have to just multiply the variables. No, it is in order. We multiply the signs first of all, then we multiply the numbers or the coefficients, and then variables. The turn of variables then come. Now you know that the sign of 5x is written to its left side, and that is positive. This is also positive. So you know that this rule, I think so you all know that positive times positive is positive, negative times negative is positive, positive times negative is negative, negative times positive is negative. So this is like if we make group, so when same signs are multiplying, then the answer is always positive, and when the opposite signs are multiplying, then so dear students, like when we multiply the same signs, the product is always positive, and when we multiply the opposite signs, then the answer is always negative of signs. So now you know this is positive, so its answer would be positive according to that rule. And now when we multiply 5 and 3, it is 5 3s are 15. I hope so that you all know the table of 5 and 3, so it is 15. And now when we multiply the variables, then we apply rule of indices, but right now I just erase one x, and to make it a bit easy, so it is 15x. That I will explain you when I will explain you about the concept of indices. So right now just consider it 3. So first we multiplied the signs together, so plus into plus is plus, and then we multiply the numbers. 5 3s are 15 and x as x, or if we use here y, so then it is x and y. The product of x and y is xy. Now if I change this question and I write here the second example, I write here minus 4x into 5y. So now, quickly you have to think one thing, that first of all we are going to multiply signs. So you are not supposed to ignore this order. You have to always follow this order. If you will not follow, then you will do mistakes, and if you will follow, then you will never do a mistake. So minus, and there is no sign with this expression or this term, so you know we have positive sign. So minus into plus is, what is minus into plus? Minus into plus is minus. So we write down minus. 4 5s are 20, and x times y, x y. So I hope so that you have got the idea that how do we find the product. Now I give you another example for the product, and For example, we have minus 6x and minus 3y. Now, you know that we have to consider the order. So minus into minus plus. Look, minus into minus plus. So plus 6 threes are 18 and x into y, x, y. So this was about the product, or finding the product. In my coming videos, I will explain you that how do we find the product of the expressions which is having, right now we are just dealing with the expression having one term. So in coming videos, we will be solving those questions which are having more terms in an expression, like 2 terms, 3 terms, and how do we multiply them. That's very easy, you can easily get that. But right now I just want you to focus on these things which I am telling you, because these are the basic things. So dear students, these are the basic things which you must learn. You must have the proper idea of finding the product. In my next video, I will tell you that how do we divide the terms. And if you have learned how do we find the product, then the product and the division is similar. In few things, like division is division, product is product, but in few things these match with each other, and we have the same, few things are same, and I will tell you in my next video that how do we divide the expression. So about these basic things you must know. Remember, if you already know, it's fine, but if you have any confusion, you can comment, you can tell me that in this area I have confusion. But I am trying my best to tell you it in a very simple way, so that you can easily understand it. You can have no issue with the signs, you can have no issue with the summing, when you find the sum of expressions, when you subtract, when you multiply or find the product. So I hope so that these videos are going to help you, and you will be also enjoying my lessons. I hope so that you are finding no problems with these lessons, because I am using very simple language, and I hope so that there is no problem at all with the language and as well as the concepts. So if there is any problem, you can tell me in your by sharing your comments. So if you have liked my video, and you are getting something, so please like, share, and subscribe my channel. So thank you all. Bye.